they touch like every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, my ego don't come, my people make we shut down, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego die the political, my ego don't come, this one not they off in mind, my ego don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Mayegun don't come, man of the mass.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Mayegun today.
Bó bá ṣe rè àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe rè wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. The body of the whole thing, right? Share the broadcast, okay? Like the video. Subscribe to my channel. We crossed 87,000 subscribers on YouTube today. Let's make up the numbers, right? Share the broadcast.
Làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Olu rang a bell, the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange, and that is the NASDAQ titled, right? And the same stock exchange that has been making profits before Kolu walked in. And the moment, by the moment Kolu was ringing the bell, the entire stock exchange, they started losing money.
Presido bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kolu went to New York Stock Exchange, telling them that they can come and invest in Nigeria. Then he started lying to them. He said subsidy has been removed, but a record which all these stock brokers actually have on their own palm, no matter what lie Kolu is willing to tell. They discovered that Nigeria spent 186 billion naira on subsidy. The same one Kolu told them, I am of something.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. I bet you have done your own part before we kind of delve fully into this. You can rig elections, okay? You can compromise your way to power. And at the same time, you can use propaganda to cover up your track for a while. But you can never use propaganda, lies, to run a country. Because while you are using propaganda and lies, what is genuinely meant to be done are left undone. And as you are leaving them undone, as they continue to deteriorate, of course, you will be called out and your propaganda may not be able to work for you at the time. Most of the time, when they are now called out on their lies and the consequences of all those lies, they turned it around to gaslight you, saying, you don't wish the country well. Why do you not kind of want to pray for the country? And all other different kind of blackmailing, gaslighting nonsense from these unity beggars, the Nigerians. If you leave what is meant to be done undone, of course, it's going to catch up on you. When it catches up on you and you fail to take responsibility, trust me, even the best of the best propagandists in history, Joseph Goebbels of the Nazi Germany, will not be able to twist it around. There must be something that goes into there's some work that needs to go into governance before propaganda can finish the rest. You can't lie your way into changing the lives of the people that you're actually like destroying every day. Now, let me tell you this. There's nothing special about ringing a bell, okay? At the NASDAQ, whatever, New York Stock Exchange, okay? Usually, it is not meant for everybody, okay? Maybe because they were kind of, initially we knew that they said he's been invited to come and ring the closing bell. Okay, fine, but there's nothing special about it, okay? Ohando is also quoted at this New York Exchange, Stock Exchange, okay? Ohando Petroleum, owned by Tinubu, which we believe is kind of, related to Tinubu by name, all right? Not by blood, okay? So he, as a member of that stock exchange, right, he could request, okay, for the ringing of the bell. It's not new. But you see, useless people with no real plan, okay? After the embarrassing show at the United Nations General Assembly in New York just a few days ago, where they made it kind of so much like something important that Tinubu is going there to do, they started listening out things and people that can't wait to see Tinubu, world leaders. We don't see any world leader anywhere. Sure, you get. Even Biden, that they claimed invited him personally, avoided him at the UNGA, the United Nations General Assembly. So why do they then have to turn around? NTA Nigeria tweeted this. President Tinubu becomes the first ever African leader to ring closing bell at NASDAQ, whose large scale, pay attention to the word they are using, so that they can kind of mesmerize the mumus in Nigeria, the unboot slaves, the sophisticated morons in Nigeria, with big word. Take a look, read that, Abi. Said whose large scale investment at the Nigeria-US Executive Business Roundtable. There is absolutely nothing like that. There's nothing like a Nigeria-US executive business nonsense. No. Okay? However, you see that lie. Take a look at this. What can you see? I decided to match all this together, okay? You see, when you put things like this, unprovoked, okay, when it is mostly substanceless. Substanceless. The first African leader. So who be Jonathan? First Bayelsa leader. Even if we say DJ Kupi, ordinary DJ Kupi, right? Whose papa, Otedola, also happened to be an oil magnate. Also used his own, our own father's influence to get an invite to go and ring a bell. That bell is just something like, it's like a tradition, right? So it's nothing special, okay? But somehow, because they have been doing it for like, it's become a tradition, right? So a lot of people kind of feel like, okay, yeah. For example, if you join, if your company is listed, all right, for the first time, okay? So, and you make a request that for your investors to know that now this is it. So you can go on there and ring the opening bell or the closing bell. Sure, you get. Also, although they have some significance they attach to all this opening and closing, but there's no big deal. Sure, you get. But it is also an avenue. One good thing is this, okay, one big deal is this. It is an avenue, right, to talk about your business. For example, the number one ambassador for a country, the number one marketer, somebody who actually number one ambassador for your country is your president, okay? Everywhere he goes, right, he has to project the opportunities, the this, the that in your country. Sure, you get, is number one ambassador. And using that platform of $1 trillion, kind of stock exchange to tell them about Nigeria. It's also an opportunity to also meet some of them one-on-one, give them reassurance one-on-one, and say, listen, if I tell you to come to Nigeria, it's because I am the president. Whatever you will need to settle down and create jobs and start your business in Nigeria, I will give you, okay? Talk to my team if you are coming. So it's also an avenue to sell. So it's all right. That's one big deal about it. But there's no point in lying about it. There's nothing like the first African leader. Do you really think this is 1999? Propaganda can't change anything because what happened is that it actually sort of flopped. I'll get to that. Are you with me? So, just like the G20, the Akolu went and was standing like a security guard, all right? At some point, Anyway, it's the same thing with the United Nations, which he just went. Apart from addressing an empty room, the purpose is to look for legitimacy. A lot of people believe that Tinubu and his foreign trip and so many other jargons he's been saying, they are just pretty much like he's hustling for legitimacy, okay? He's trying to be like, please take me, please take me, please pick me, pick me. I am this, I am, look at me, okay? I'm not as bad as they are saying. I am not what they said I am. Take a look, right? Pretty much like that, okay? Now, after going to, just after ringing the bell, crashing their market at the New York Stock Exchange, they lost money, okay? The trading that was profiting before he came in, by the time Kolu rang the bell, ladies and gentlemen, they started going down. And this is not a makeup. It happened, all right? You can say it's coincidence out there. No be so now they push Bokwari at the time, that bad luck, that evil thing. You were pushing and pushing until it destroyed millions of lives. Where is it today? You are pushing another relic, okay? A geriatric, Abi, what they call them, Abi. So the same Tinubu, this is another part. To those of you, Abrodian Lagos Abobakus, Abrodian Agbadorians, those of you who are loving Nigeria from abroad, when Kolu had a chance of addressing you in America, he said, they need you back home. Do you know that after this call, that Tinubu has called all of you who have refused to relocate back to Nigeria, since 2015 that you have been lying to those mumus in Nigeria that Rome was not built in a day. They should wait and they should endure. Tens of thousands of them have died needlessly, most of them violently. A lot of you have kept your families away from Nigeria. You have kept your businesses away from Nigeria. Some of you have sort of stayed away, in fact, from Nigeria. But on social media, you are those who are deceiving the born to suffer mumus in Nigeria, telling them that NHS, the NHS is bad. In Nigeria, you can have access to healthcare easily. You can easily access the doctor. All this nonsense debate about how much is a loaf of bread in New York, how much is agege bread in Lagos. All those arguments and all of that, we need to put them to an end now. Olori Buruku, you should start packing your bags. You are needed in Nigeria. That Nigeria that you always love from abroad. This is a clarion call on all of you, okay? You don't have to be, living like slave. You know something about this Ashiris? You see those ones who escaped from Nigeria, those ones who actually were like choked by the poverty, the destruction that Nigeria has brought upon majority of them, who now escaped from Nigeria. Some of them took their families away, using the excuses of, I'm going to go and further and do a PhD in how to plant maize. I'm going to Canada to go and continue and do my master on how chicken they give birth. All of them excuses to leave Nigeria. They now left Nigeria. After 6 months, they become a motivational speaker. They will start talking about, how it is so not easy. Do you know how much is house rent in London? Do you know how much is house rent in New York? Do you know how much work you have to do to make money to buy your food? And all the nonsense, motivational nonsense they do from abroad, loving Nigeria from abroad. And those born slaves in Nigeria, they are always there, ready. Thank you, Jare, my brother. Thank you. Some bad people, after leaving Nigeria, they will be bad-mouthing Nigeria instead of them to be wishing Nigeria well. Can you use 1,000 naira? Can you use 1,000 naira to eat in America? Can you use 1,000 naira to eat breakfast in London? In Nigeria, we are enjoying. These Olori Burukus abroad, when it came up only, let us go back, is they need you at home. Okay? Those of you who are complaining that NHS in the UK, you have to wait for hours. NHS, which NHS? Which UK? I don't even know why. If we remove all this corruption, if we remove all this bad government, Nigeria is the best place to live. In London, you can pack your bags now and go back to Nigeria. Leave those jobs of yours. You will see some of these Olori Brukus as well, which all these countries have given opportunities. Opportunities that Nigeria criminals like Tinubu and co. denied them. But after spending 2-3 years, after they have managed to kind of come above poverty, then they begin to analyze. They begin to deceive the wearies in Nigeria, telling them, abroad is now easy. If we remove that 24 hours electricity, Nigeria is the best place to live. You can raise a family with a salary of 200,000 naira in Nigeria. You can shake any cock in the corn, forgetting the fact that majority of Nigerians who actually lives in Nigeria, they live below 1,000 naira a day. You don't get it. The poverty is real, okay? Everybody knows it. Those who made that happen are these rogues, these criminals that will never take responsibility. Now, Kolu said they need you at home, okay? So if you now see Olori Bruku and Olori Bruku living in Ireland, living in UK, Canada, or America, telling you that you are enemy of Nigeria, okay? Nigeria is better. Just cost them. Olori Bruku ni won. They know the truth. None of them would ever, and say because they loved, okay, they love Tinubu. The Tinubu is now calling you to come back home. Would you not listen to him? Do you not trust him? No. Ni kure. One by one, ni kure. You know the truth. You will never, for the fact that you have managed to leave that place, you will never, every day, a lot of you are following what is happening in Nigeria. Okay? But yet, that same every day, you are thanking God that you have left Nigeria. A lot of you. Eh? And then you'll be pretending on social media. I am even tired of abroad. I'm tired of abroad. I'm planning to go back to deceive the Ashiri, the born to suffer ones in Nigeria. Now, Kolu is calling you to come back. To come back home. At least, from what is said at the New York Stock Exchange, Baba, it definitely has a plan for you. I'll show you the video. Today, yesterday, when you went there to go and ring a bell. Now, I think it all started there from this. Let's use this.
Everyone excited to be here? Well, I'm Karen Snow, Global Head of Listings here at NASDAQ, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to NASDAQ Market Site, located in one of the world's most iconic destinations, the crossroads of the world in Times Square. Every year when the UN General Assembly convenes and the world's leaders gather in Midtown in an effort to strengthen global peace and prosperity, we get to prove it. At NASDAQ, as the world's leading global listing exchange and capital markets technology provider, we have the privilege of hosting world leaders. And this afternoon, I'm honored to present the Honorable Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, along with Scott Eisner, President of the U.S. Africa Business Center and Senior Vice President of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. President Tinubu is the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after his inauguration on May 29, 2023. An experienced politician and elected official, President Tinubu has previously the executive governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007. As a result of his effective leadership as governor, he was named the best governor in Nigeria by the Nigerian-Belgian Chamber of Commerce, as well as receiving several other awards. Congratulations. Nigeria is a multi-ethnic and culturally diverse federation which represents the largest population and economy in Africa, and NASDAQ and the NGX, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, have worked together for decades, providing the Nigerian exchange with state-of-the-art technology. President Tinubu, this is an honor to have you here today with us, and we look forward to continuing to support the Nigerian Exchange Group and to its growing relationship with the leadership, companies, and people of Nigeria. Now, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Scott Eisner to the podium for further remarks.
Welcome, everyone. The U.S. Chamber for over 100 years has stood beside businesses across this country, but across the world, to open new doors.
I'm gone. I think I didn't pick the right clip, the long one, okay? Sorry about that, okay? We're going to take that again, right? Because I want to capture where Tinubu also spoke so that you can hear what he said just at the place and how it all went. I'm sorry, I have to take that again. Sorry about that. Let's go.
Good afternoon. Is everyone excited to be here? Well, I'm Karen Snow, Global Head of Listings here at NASDAQ, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to NASDAQ Market Site, located in one of the world's most iconic destinations, the crossroads of the world in Times Square. Every year when the UN General Assembly convenes and the world's leaders gather in Midtown in an effort to strengthen global peace and prosperity, we get to prove it. At NASDAQ, as the world's leading global listing exchange and capital markets technology provider, we have the privilege of hosting world leaders. And this afternoon, I'm honored to present the Honorable Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, along with Scott Eisner, President of the U.S. Africa Business Center and Senior Vice President of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. President Tinubu is the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after his inauguration on May 29, 2023. An experienced politician and elected official, President Tinubu has previously the executive governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007. As a result of his effective leadership as governor, he was named the best governor in Nigeria by the Nigerian-Belgian Chamber of Commerce, as well as receiving several other awards. Congratulations. Nigeria is a multi-ethnic and culturally diverse federation which represents the largest population and economy in Africa, and NASDAQ and the NGX, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, have worked together for decades, providing the Nigerian exchange with state-of-the-art technology. President Tinubu, this is an honor to have you here today with us, and we look forward to continuing to support the Nigerian Exchange Group and to its growing relationship with the leadership, companies, and people of Nigeria. Now, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Scott Eisner to the podium for further remarks.
Welcome, everyone. The U.S. Chamber for over 100 years has stood beside businesses across this country, but across the world, to open new doors and find new trading links and partners. We're so excited for the opportunity to share in the future of the U.S.-Nigeria relationship. At the Chamber, we stand for small and medium-sized enterprises, the actual pillar of what Nigeria is built on. And with the President's vision and his compassion for those that are investing in his community, I think we share in a very bright future to achieve everything that he and our country have in the future. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Scott. It's a great honor for me to be here. I am happy to bring Nigeria to your doorsteps and honored that we are here today with a bubbling market that will evolve West African sub-region. The greatest economy is Nigeria. There's an immense opportunity in Nigeria that you can invest your money without fear. We've removed a lot of bottlenecks. We've cleared the oil subsidy that is corrupt, and we have also retooled the exchange rate to a reliable, dependable, one-figure floating of the exchange naira. You are free to take in your money and bring out your money. I count on you to invest in Nigeria. Be confident in you.
Please accept this closing bell, Crystal. We're so honored to have you here with us today.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? So you could see the desperation for legitimacy. The speech they gave to that lady to read was to tell about Tinubu's political this or that. Okay? It's like a packaging. Said that the, what do you call it, NASDAQ building. Okay? And did you pay attention to the numbers that are counting on their head? The moment Kalu stepped on that stage, that number started going into negative, red, minus 1%, minus 1.7%, minus 1.8%, minus 1.9%, then back to minus 1.7%, and all of that, Abi. That's the miracle that quickly happened in there. It is the packaging. So when Kalu now came up, you could tell these are things they probably have been repeating. It's like somebody who wants to go on stage to go and sing, okay? And you start you will start rehearsing your the lines, you know. Nigeria is indeed the biggest economy in Africa. It could have been probably one of the biggest in the world, if not this cankerworm, these leeches who have decided to bleed that to death. Then he said, come and invest in Nigeria, which is like I told you, he had to sell Nigeria. Then he was telling them, you can bring your money in, you can take your money out. But the Qatar, what do you call them? The Emirates, they can't take their own $11 billion out. That's still a problem. And in this world today, if you see investors, okay, let me tell you this. Those who are investing money, right? People love to invest their money wherever they are going to make money. In fact, if to say they run Nigeria well, these people will be running to Nigeria. You will not know where they are coming from. Because they will know the prospect is going to be something they chase. They know Nigeria is boundless, is a place with a boundless opportunities. But at the same time, the entire leeches, criminals that are in charge of the system, they will frustrate you. You will regret it, except you go dark like them. They know all of this. They know Tinubu. They know him very well. And even if Tinubu happened to be a Idi Amin, killing people anyhow, doing whatever anyhow. But Nigeria is being run somehow like, you have a stable economy. Your Naira is stable. Your economy is functioning in a way that it is stable. Right? Now them go bring their money. You won't even beg them. They will be running after you. But these people are chasing clout. They are chasing clout. They are chasing legitimacy so that they can take pictures and send us this kind of videos. So they want us to see this kind of videos and start jubilating and say, Omolodo de, Akanbi, Shongodele, Abi Shongolere. In this 2023, this 2023, they are still interested in trying to portray him as somebody who is. They know him. He's a former drug lord, a kleptomaniac, a criminal who has managed to what? To corner the resources of a whole state for over 24 years. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows. There are those who have made their own billions through him. They know him. And they know Nigeria. And now Nigeria is being kind of governed. He went there to tell them about subsidy removal. They know that Nigeria foreign reserve is empty. They know what Nigeria did with the foreign reserve. They know everything about Nigeria. So if you want to build confidence, you have to start at home based on the consistency. You have to be very consistent with your policies. But Sheikh Kalu is consistent. Since you have seen him since they started, have you seen any consistency? It's lies upon lies upon lies. So many times, unprovoked. You went to UAE. You open up you were supposed to open up a dialogue on how to end the old problems, Abi. Now, you haven't even started the conversation, okay? You haven't even laid down the guideline of this conversation, and now it's going to be resolved. There are actually no people in charge discussing this. Then you jump straight. Few minutes after you took picture with their leader, you jump straight on social media to announce that they have lifted the ban with immediate effect. Would they provoke them to lie? So I am somebody, when you lie once, I will never trust you again. Or I would have to manage what I'm going to entrust you with. But when you become a habitual liar, career criminals, like these criminal politicians, you don't tell me anything and say I should take it at its face value. Show mad in it. What do you call it? Anyway, so that the bad people could not go say, what do you mean? What do you mean by anyway, you know what I mean? So they get called out because there's nothing that comes out of their mouth that is true. Nothing. If you pay attention very well, and it's not actually hard. They lie again and again and again and again. So where is that give them benefit of the doubt coming from? It is coming from your own vivid imagination that tells you that maybe they mean it. And if they actually mean it, it's going to be better. No. They are born liars. Yes, they are. So Kalu, who didn't tell you that is already paying subsidy again, will soon tell you. Because the $3 billion they said the $3 billion they took, that they were exchanged with crude oil, the money don't finish. Kalu was telling them in America, businessmen that are reading news from all over the world do. Money men, people who actually play with money. They lose money, they make money. That's what they do with their life everywhere all over the world. You went straight to them and you lied to them about your exchange rate, which has also contributed. You floated your currency. A country giant of Africa floating a currency, then complaining about speculators. It's the speculators. They say market force will respond. All the jargons they are telling you. The bottom line is that Naira Tifori Gbagbo, the $3 billion they wanted to use to kind of hold it back. If I say the $3 billion, if I say Naropi B to further hang the Naira. Because Nigeria is in further deficit. Kalu is looking for debt forgiveness, which is not going to get. No, it won't. And they are still looking to kind of borrow more. And the avenue of actually losing the money, he has opened his own. What they have done when they say subsidy is gone is to say Bokwari's subsidy is gone. My own subsidy has come. And now you're going to live with it. Nigeria used to pay $200 billion, 200 billion naira every year for fuel subsidy. And the cheapest oil you can find was in Nigeria, 87 naira per liter. Today, Nigeria is going to be paying over 200 billion naira. In August, just last month, right? Without telling you, they spent over 160 billion naira, also 180 billion naira on subsidy. And you are still buying for 600 naira per liter. So now it's going to be every month. So what if Tinubu will bring is going to tell you that every month they will be spending about 400 billion on subsidy or 500 billion. You are still going to buy the fuel at over 1,000 naira per liter. You can go and write that one down. Write it down. You will buy it 1,000 naira per liter or more, okay? And they are still going to be paying subsidy, which is now going to be in trillions, as Bukwari was doing. All right? And it is the same playbook. The result of all of this is that those who are going to tell you that they are going to be refurbishing your refineries, there will be new faces. It is their own turn. They too, they will spend their own billion dollars. You will never see any refinery working. Never. Write it down. It is not wishing you evil. Just take a look at them. It is the same playbook. lies and lies and lies, because they will never say the truth. It has never been their way. Now, if you want to force them, they say you are blackmailing them. They say you are inciting the public. They say you are you are defaming them. They call you different names in order to kind of possibly jail you or kill you. You cannot be lying and then expecting things to fix itself or fix themselves. It doesn't work that way. Irresponsible people who are messing up the people's lives, and at the same time, they are expected to be praised for at least trying or making effort or taking pictures that shows that they wanted to do it, but they won't. So subsidy is back, okay? And there is no dollar. NNPC claimed, imagine, like, why are you not even worried? Like, Nigerians, why are you not worried that you are reading in the papers? They will say a barrel of crude oil is now $80. Then inside that same paper, they say Nigeria is producing 1.1 million barrels every day. You are not even curious, that how much was that money that was supposed to be coming to Nigeria from crude oil sale every day? How much is that in a month? Who actually gets the money? The NNPC in Nigeria, you will read it in the papers. NNPC in Nigeria failed to remit any money